Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So guys, what I want to talk to you about today is the use of big holes. Now I've heard a lot of guys say, well, coyotes won't work a big hole in my country, or I don't have any badgers in my country, so, it's not natural to have a big hole. Or they'll work a big hole in the timber, but they won't out in the pastures or the crop ground. Guys, I got to throw a flag on that one and call BS. I'm not overrun with badgers where I'm at here in Iowa, but I am overrun with groundhogs. So they're used to coming on to big holes. And my guess is if you don't have badgers in your country, you probably got a lot of groundhogs in your country too. So I don't buy into the fact that, or the whole wives' tale of, well, they won't work a big hole in my country. I don't buy into that. I think where a lot of guys have problems is they dig the holes too wide instead of tall. What they should be called is a big tall hole and not just a big hole. The idea is to not get the hole any wider than what the trap jaws are, because then you get too much tracking up on the sides instead of coming straight in. And we're going to kind of go over that a little bit here once I flip this camera around. So let's get at it, okay? All right, guys. All right, so for demonstration purposes, we're just down here at a big high bank. You can see that I've dug that hole back in there, okay? And you can see that the mouth of that hole is not any wider than what my trap jaws are. And that's the way you want it, because if you get it too much bigger than that, if you get them too wide, you start getting more tracking up in here on the sides instead of down in here where you want the trap, where the trap is, okay? Now, if I were working in cattle country, if this was in where there was a bunch of cows and I was going to put one of these sets in, because these things stand out like a sore thumb. Everything will be attracted to this, okay? If I was working in country where the cows are, then I would move the set up there towards, a little further up, so the cows wouldn't, couldn't stand up in there and take a chance of firing my trap. You could kind of do the same thing that we've done here. You can kind of cut that shelf, give yourself a platform for the coyote or the fox or the bobcat to come up on, to feel comfortable up here while he's working the set. But for demonstration purposes, we just kept it back here, and that would be the set. Now, this set I've dug straight back into that bank. You can dig them straight back. You can dig them down at an angle if you'd like. If you do dig them straight back, I suggest you put something in there for a visual attraction. Something, you could use anything. You can use a half a rabbit, some fake fur. You can throw some deer hide in there. You can throw, a small possum, anything back in there to give him something to look at. All right, and here we are back. We're probably back, 10, maybe 15 yards away from that hole. And you can sure enough see that it stands out. They can see it. So this is a very high visibility set that they can see from a long distance off. If you put them in, I promise you they will come to them. I don't believe that crap that, they won't work them in my country. I don't believe that at all. Coyotes are used to holes. If nothing else, they're used to a den of some kind, whether it be rabbits or maybe it's an old fox den or an old coyote den that's, dilapidated and not in use anymore, but they're still going to go check it out. Okay, and the only other thing I would do is put this set in like I've shown several times in, putting in a trench-style dirt hole. Now, I didn't do that here today because I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's 95 degrees down here today in southeast Iowa, and I'm fat, and those two things don't go together. Fat kids and heat do not work well. So we just kind of dug that out, kind of made the trench and showed you where the trap placement would be. You would want to dig that trench down deeper, and that's the thing too. Like I said, you can always, instead of trying to go wide with this hole, go taller. Go taller with it. If you want it bigger, just keep it, no wider than what the trap jaws are at the mouth of the entrance of the hole. And then if you really wanted to, if you dig these back far enough and you dig that trench down deep enough, you can even And go on up in there with the trap if you wanted to. There's nothing chiseled in stone there. I just like to stay back quite a ways because I feel like I have better success that way. Now, you play around with it and see what comes up best for you. That's what this whole thing is. All I'm trying to do, guys, is throw ideas at you. You take it for what it's worth. If you can take some of what I'm showing, mix it with some of what you're already doing to create your own style of trapping. That's what this is all about. I'm not telling you that, this is the only way to do something, because it's dang sure not. So use what information out of these videos you choose to use and try to create your own style. We can all learn something from everybody. If nothing else, you can always use what I tell you as a bad example. This is what you don't want to do. But anyway, you can always, we can all learn something from somebody. So take it for what it's worth, and try it out on your own line. Guys, like I said, it's 95 degrees down here, and it's too hot for this crap, so I'm going to get the heck out of here. I appreciate everything you've done for my channel. If you haven't yet, if you would please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up for me. I greatly appreciate it. Once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.